And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good evening, everybody. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Winfield, Missouri, where we are at Winfield High School, and we are going to see the first scrimmage of the year. And I think there's 4 teams here. Your Clopton-Ellsbury IndianHawks is one of them. And if I was told correctly, we have Clopton-Ellsbury is going to be in the um, red jerseys and black pants. And actually, they're on the right of the screen as you're looking at them. And Winfield, over here to the left, is going to be in the red pants and the white jerseys. Across the field, we have, I was told it was the Louisiana Bulldogs. And looks like they're in red jerseys with black pants, so that shouldn't be any problem at all. I'm sure everybody can tell the difference there. And then over on the far side to the right is the Fulton High School team. I'm not sure what their mascot is. Um, but anyway, clock showing about a little more than 4.5 minutes till they get this started. And I'm not really exactly sure what the format of this is going to be. I've been told a couple of things, but it sounds like they're going to be playing a few downs against each other and then switch up teams and play a few downs against another team. And one of the things that I don't have for you tonight is a roster with numbers. And I have a roster, but Clopton-Ellsbury is in their they are in their practice jerseys, and so those aren't their real numbers. But I'll just go over the roster. Leading off, we have Jacob Reimel, a senior. Jorgen Kruger, freshman. Ryan McNally, a senior. Justin Shaw, a junior. Christopher Bonstell, a junior. Marshall York, a freshman. Brody Freeborn, a junior. Randy Freeborn, a freshman. Gabriel Hill, a junior. Jacob Wolanski, a junior. Joshua Wolanski, a freshman. Dorian Zumwalt, a junior. Eli Gladney, a sophomore. Colby Twelvman, a sophomore. Trevor Ashing, a freshman. James Irving, a freshman. And Ethan King, a freshman. That is the roster for the Clopton-Ellsbury IndianHawks. Like I said, I don't have any numbers for them, so I'm just going to have to be saying things like, well, the pass was made to the guy in the black helmet. I can pick out the positions for you, but that's about all I'm going to be able to do. And I'm hoping that the sun isn't much of a problem. I've got the camera set to where it shouldn't be, but I'm facing straight west into the sun. And looking through some glass. Actually, what I'm looking through is 2 panes of glass. So I guess it's doubling the amount of glare in my eyes, but I've got the camera to where it's going through open. Anyway, before we actually get started here, let's throw a commercial in here.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Okay, we are back from that commercial, and I was just told that the Fulton mascot is the Hornets. So we'll see how big their stingers are tonight. And they set the clock to 0, so it looks like we may be getting ready to start something here pretty quick. And right now, Winfield's the only team out on the field. I was told that they're going to use both ends of the field and just run um, run the scrimmage from like the 45-yard line, or start the scrimmage from the 45-yard line, and that way all four teams can be playing at one time. Um, Whether or not that's the case remains to be seen. You will learn about it at the same time as I will. No, I guess you'll have about an 8-second delay. But other than that, we're going to know about it about the same time. Want to remind everybody, next Friday is the actual first game of the season, where the IndianHawks will be traveling to Deschênes High School in St. Charles, Missouri. And as always, it's better if you're there in person. Support them in person. They know the difference when you're up there in the stands. But if you can't be there, then join in on this broadcast and listen to me trying to say what happens. So anyway, we ought to be starting here pretty quick. Um, okay, here comes some teams out on the field right now. Let's throw another commercial in here real quick.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, we are back. And looks like Louisiana and Winfield is going to be on the left side of the field. So I guess that means that Clopton, Ellsbury, and Fulton are going to be scrimmaging each other on the right side of the field. So I'll be moving the camera over there. And I'll probably just try to set it the best I can. See how well I can set this out here. This is a whole new concept for me tonight. Yeah, here we go. Fulton and Clopton Ellsbury's out on the right side of the field. Don't know, it looks like Clopton Ellsbury's going to start the ball on offense. See if I can get this camera adjusted just a little bit better. Okay, looks like Clopton Ellsbury, looks like the IndianHawks are set up in a with the quarterback under center. Got two wideouts to each side. Forward pass to number 12 on there. I don't know who it is. And he came up with about a 20-yard gain. I really wish I had some numbers for you, or some names for you guys on who this is. If I can get the camera adjusted a little bit better. I don't want to leave anything out. Hey, they're setting up in a pistol formation. Pass back to the quarterback. And he's scrambling out to the right. And forward pass is complete. And touchdown, IndianHawks. Second play of the scrimmage. Now, if they can keep that up throughout the entire season, then I'd say they're Super Bowl bound. Let's see how they do on defense. So, looks like they going for a kick, it looks like. Yeah, they're setting up for a kick for the extra point. And it is good. So, 3 plays into the game, and I don't think anybody's keeping score on this, but 3 plays into the scrimmage, and looks like Clopton Ellsbury has themselves a 7-0 lead. But like I said, I don't think anybody's keeping score on this. I'm gonna have to find a nice spot for this camera. The scrimmage is for them to sort out their problems. Yeah, looks like they're on offense again. So I guess they'll be sorting out their problems. I'll be sorting out mine. Quarterback under center again. Toss back to the running back, and he is taken out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So about a 23-yard gain. I want to tell you also that we're doing a little more testing tonight on this broadcast, and if everything works out, I'll have a bit of a surprise for you for next week's game. Pistol formation, 2 wideouts to each side, and about a 3-4 yard gain. Got a penalty marker down. Got a holding call on the offense. So that brings it back 10 yards. Line of scrimmage will be at the 25-yard line. They're going to make it all the way to about the 8-yard line for a first down. Okay, the IndianHawks come out of their huddle. They line up once again in a shotgun formation. No, I'm sorry, a pistol formation with 2 wideouts on each side. And that forward pass was incomplete to the left side. I feel really bad not being able to have names for you. But I was promised a good roster for next week, and next week is when it really counts. Again, this is everybody's testing right now. So here they are lining up again. Once again, 2 wideouts each side. Quarterback under center, 1 running back. Screen pass, and it is complete. Takes it right back to the line of scrimmage. So we're showing 3rd down, and it's going to be, well, the markers. Okay, now they're switching to 3rd down. I was going to say it. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 16 or so, 17. And once again, 2 wideouts on each side, pistol formation. Forward pass right through the middle, and another touchdown, IndianHawks. That was a pretty play. So offense is looking Not too shabby so far, and let's see how their defense looks whenever Fulton takes over on the offense. And here we're going to try for the extra point again. Kick is up, and it is no good, wide to the left. So if they were keeping score, that'd make the score 13. So it looks like IndianHawks are keeping the ball for another set of downs. Like I said, I don't know exactly how this format works here, so whenever I see a change, I'll let you know a change. But here we are setting up again in a pistol formation, 2 wideouts each side. Quarterback has the ball. Penalty marker's down, and that pass was broken up by the safety. But we do have a penalty marker down. Holding again on the offense. I kind of figured that's about the area where there would be holding. But they're not going to mark it off. They've only got half the field to play with, so they're not marking it. They want to get back into the where the other scrimmage is going on with Winfield and Louisiana. So quarterback keeper, and he's taken off. They finally pulled down, and looks like he's got him a first down. So they'll move the chains. A few more minutes, the sun will be going down, and I'll be able to see better. Maybe it'll cool off a little bit, too. It's kind of warm up here. Not a whole lot of breeze going on inside this press box. Looks like a nice little crowd here tonight. All right, quarterback under center. And whistle is blown. And the referee made a weird motion. And no idea what happened, but I guess he does. Another quarterback keeper. He's spread out to the left, and he's going to take off, and it throws the ball, and it's intercepted. Fulton takes over. Well, I guess they'll take over. If it was a real game, they'd take over. And a penalty marker down, and I'm willing to bet that's unsportsmanlike conduct for somebody. Not really sure what's going to happen here. Okay, they are changing now, and it looks like Fulton's offense is going to come on the field. Yeah, I think Fulton's offense is going to come on the field. And so the IndianHawks defense will come on the field. So now we get to see the IndianHawks defense. See how they can defend. So the Hornets lined up, and I think the guy in the red shirt there is a quarterback. Looks like it. He lined up in a pistol offense, and there was a run up the middle. He was tackled, gain of about, looks like about 8 yards. I want to mention also that this is supposed to be the inaugural broadcasting of Kaija Clark tonight. And at the last minute, she had something come up and she couldn't make it. So we'll welcome her next week at Duchesne. Lateral pass over, and that was read perfectly by the IndianHawks defense, and he was brought down in the backfield. And somebody's doing a lot of whistle blowing. I think it's on the other end of the field, though. So we're going to have third down and about 6. About 7, I guess. Quarterback's back in a pistol formation. They each have 2 wideouts also. And pass is complete. And he is close to a first down before he's brought down. He is right on the line. I got a feeling they're going to give it to him. Yep, first down. So that's a first down given up by Ellsbury. Hey, pistol formation for the Hornets. And penalty marker is down. And we have illegal procedure. I didn't see whether it was an actual false start or not. But it's an illegal procedure anyway, so that'd be a 5-yard penalty. So we're going to have first and 15. Looks like the same formation on offense. And running back took over, and he got about a 3 or 4 yard gain there. No, actually, he only gained about 3 yards, I guess. So we're going to have second and 12. Same formation, way out here to the near side. Here's a pass. Oh, a beautiful pass. And their receiver was wide open. Someone fell asleep on the defense there. He had 3 or 4 steps on him and right in there for the touchdown. Absolutely unmolested. Only what happened here, they brought it back to the 40. Maybe they're not going to kick the extra points. I don't know. Either way, they're not kicking it. So we have first and 10 for Fulton. Same formation, and their running back number 34 he just pushed his way through he pushed the entire 10 yards through there for a first down. He picked up about 12 yards, maybe about 11 yards, I guess, where they're placing the ball. And he was a force to be reckoned with there. IndianHawks just didn't have enough players to pull him back. So 3 wideouts on the near side. Forward pass And another touchdown, Fulton. Covered by two receivers, and that quarterback put that ball right on his fingertips. So there was two touchdowns right in a row for Fulton. So I guess they're going to take it back here again, and they'll be starting 1st and 10 from the 40 once again. So the IndianHawks need to work a little bit more maybe on the pass protection. And all right, IndianHawks defense got to the quarterback. So I don't know what happened there. They called the ball dead as soon as the defender touched the quarterback. So I don't know if there's a new rule now that once they touch the quarterback, not sure what happened there. I must have missed that night of referee school. And here's their running back, number 34, and he was pulled down behind the line of scrimmage. So it's looking like the IndianHawks are having a little bit better time on defense against the run than what they're having on the pass. So here's 3rd down and 10. Back to the original line of scrimmage. And here's that same running back, and he is pulled down from the back. That brings up 4th down, and again, I don't know this format, so I don't know what they're going to do. But he was pulled back for about a 7-yard loss. But it doesn't look like they start anything behind the 40-yard line, no matter what. So the down stick is showing 4th down. Be 4th down and 10 yards to go. Once again, 2 wideouts on each side, and they changed quarterbacks. And the ball is intercepted by the IndianHawks. And let me drop this down just a little bit, see if I can get away from the sun a little bit. The sun is almost ready to set. I'm looking out and seeing nothing but sun. If I move over to where I'm not looking through the window, then I can see it a whole lot better. All right, here's Fulton setting up again. Again with number 3 as their quarterback. Tall, lanky guy. And he is almost sacked. And pass brought down. Leaping catch made by Fulton. But he was tackled immediately about the 10-yard line. All right, looks like for whatever reason, looks like they're switching sides again. Or not sides, it looks like they're switching offense and defense. And the IndianHawks will go back on offense. Once again, keep pounding in on this, just wanting to explain that I really don't know what's going on. I've had to say that a lot in my life. Well, maybe they just took a timeout or something. I don't know. Because they got the ball on the 20-yard line. What that's all about, I have no idea. No, looks like IndianHawks are now on offense from the 20-yard line. I don't know. Maybe they don't know what they're doing. Maybe it's just me, not just me. All right. I missed that play. I'm sitting there messing with the computer. And it doesn't want to start the recording. I shut the recorder off to break this up. And, yeah, looks like we have a player down anyway. Let me just. So, as we take a look at this out there, they're looking that player over. I'm trying to get the recording back going again. And can't find the. Let's take a break here.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, looks like I got the recording going again. So the IndianHawks are now on offense again, and they are down at the 11-yard line. So we can start in again. Sun's almost down, so that means I can see a whole lot better. Quarterback under center, pitch back to a running back, and he is trying to break through, and he's taking about 3 tacklers with him. He's down to about the 8-yard line. So it looks like we got about a 3rd and goal. This is really different watching this and trying to broadcast this sort of a scrimmage instead of a regular game. So we got the quarterback under center, 1st and goal. Fake to the running back, and oh, it was right in his hands, and the defender knocked it out. So we're going to have a second and goal. Looks like Fulton's defense is going to be pulled in. No need to have too many safeties out there when there's only, what are they, on the second down and about the 5-yard line. Quarterback back in a pistol formation, and he rolls out to his left, and it looks like he's going to take it right on in. And he does. So there was another touchdown, IndianHawks. So I will say that in this scrimmage, the IndianHawks offense looks pretty good. See what it looks like once we get into the real games. Try again for an extra point. Offensive line is standing there. They need to get set. I don't know. All the referees telling them something. Oh, okay. Snap is back. Kick is up, and it is good. I don't know if this is going to be in all of high school football this year, or if it's just for this scrimmage, but there's no defense on the extra point attempt. So the ball is back at the 20-yard line again. I don't know what the difference is now that they're taking off from the 20-yard line instead of the 40. But IndianHawks are still on offense. And they have one wide out each side in a pistol formation. And there's a pass into the end zone, and it's good. So once again, I will say the offense is really, really looking good. If they narrowed the field up a little bit, I can pull this camera in a little. So let's see what's going on here. They're down there. Okay, they are switching offense and defense again. Let's try to sneak a commercial in.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all.
All right, here we have, penalty markers down. The quarterback received the snap, and it was immediately called dead for an illegal procedure. It was called dead fast enough. I'd say that was a false start. I didn't see it, but I'm not at a good vantage point to see it. All right. so here we go again. Still remains first down. Intercepted. IndianHawks look pretty good tonight. Like I said, I wish I had some names for you. That was 44 of the practice jerseys, but no idea who the player is. But that pass was into the flat, and the IndianHawks defender was right there. So Fulton sets up again. 2 wide outs, and looks like a forward pass, and he is immediately swallowed up at about the 14-yard line. Pass was complete to the Fulton player, but he was swallowed immediately. All right, 3 wide outs to the left, 1 wide out to the right. 1 back behind the quarterback. And tried going right up the middle, and he was caught about a yard before the line of scrimmage and pushed back a couple of yards. So it looks like we have third down and about 5 or 6. Once again, 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. And forward pass is, almost intercepted. Hit his chest and bounced out. That was practice jersey number 7, 7D, 7-0. So once again, now we have 2 wideouts each side. Quarterback's back for a forward pass. He keeps it and tries to take off, and the play was blown dead for some reason. And it looks like they are switching offense and defense again. Maybe. Okay, well, I guess they are done now with this half. This half of the scrimmage, I guess one team will switch ends. So, let's throw a commercial in here while I think about what happened.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay, Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, well, not that my opinion means much on this, because that's all it is an opinion, but I thought the IndianHawks looked pretty darn good in that scrimmage. Their defense against the pass didn't actually looked about as bad as any part of it, and it didn't look bad every time. They let a couple go through, but every team lets some passes go through. I thought their offense looked pretty darn good. They were able to run the ball, pass the ball, and they swallowed up those runners almost every time. So I'm not sure whether they're going to play Louisiana or Winfield on this next go around here. Um, they're just everybody's just off the field right now. Well, except all those zebras out there. So let's throw another quick commercial in here. Try to get some of these taken care of tonight.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Okay, we are back, and it looks to me like the IndianHawks are going to be going against the Winfield Warriors at this time. It looks like it's going to be on the left side of the field. Get this camera moved over this way a little bit. And, yeah, because it looks like Louisiana is going to be playing Fulton on the right side of the field. And maybe by the time the night's over, I will understand what's going on, although I seriously doubt it. So, yeah, here we are. Looks like IndianHawks are going to take the first possession. And the quarterback was under center, and there was a pass that was dropped. He was all alone. All he had to do was turn the corner and run upfield. But if he'd have done it, he'd have been running without the ball. No need to do that. Waste of energy. So, we're going to come up with a second down. See, now they're starting back at the 40 again. Looked like about halfway through these sets of downs, they moved it up to where they were starting at the 20. I guess it has something to do with getting some practices in on different areas of the field. You know, because not every play starts at the 40-yard line in a real game. So their defenses are different. Their offenses are different. That's the only thing I can think of. All right, quarterback was under center. Tossed back to a running back, and he is winding his way through there. He got about a 10-yard gain. I imagine that's good enough for a first down. That was number 44 of the practice jerseys. No idea who it is, but he looked pretty good running. Like I said before, it's the one out there with the black helmet. And since the Winfield and Clopton Ellsbury both has black helmets, then could be anybody. And so the IndianHawks set up again, one wide out to each side, one back, and quarterback under center, and he rolls out to his left, and he's going to keep it all the way. He dives for about a 5-yard gain, 4 to 5 yard gain, something like that, and finally pushed out of bounds. Except that it looks like a holding call against the IndianHawks. So that nullifies anything they've done before. So let's see where they're going to place the ball. They place the ball on the 34-yard line. They got to go to the 20, so it's going to be a first. It's going to be first and about 14. I guess that was a 10-yard penalty from the point of foul, maybe. Back this camera up a little bit. Got to get used to moving the camera again. Quarterback under center. Back for a pass. Throws it. And it's complete. And about an 8-yard gain. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 5. So, here we go again. See how they line up this offense from the 24-yard line. Quarterback's under center again. They're trying out all kinds of different offenses tonight. 2 backs, 1 wide out, 1 wide receiver to each side, and a draw play, and they didn't draw anybody out. About a 1-yard gain. Looked like Winfield's defense read that one very well. I do want to mention that this is a beautiful facility that they have here at Winfield. And good, because my tax dollars are paying for this. I live in this district. And I went to school here, although this was a cornfield whenever I went to school here. So quarterback under center again, 2 running backs. And he goes out to the left, and the ball is almost intercepted by Winfield. I'm hearing whistles from both ends of the field, and I don't know which one is which. They need a right whistle and a left whistle, a north and south whistle. So they're showing 4th down and about 3.5 yards to go. And IndianHawks still in their huddle. Okay, here they're coming out now. And looks like quarterback's going to be under center again. And 1 back. Got a screen play, and it's good. Takes the ball down to about the 5-yard line. There was a good pass play there. Okay, make that about the 8-yard line. I guess he rolled farther than I thought. But either way, it's a 1st and goal from about the 8-yard line. So let's see what the Indian Hawks can do with it. Quarterback back in the pistol formation, and he's keeping it all the way, and he runs it in for a touchdown. So if I'm not mistaken, I think there's a touchdown for every possession. I think every possession that Clopton Ellsbury's gotten had the ball, they've scored a touchdown. I might be wrong on that, but I think they have. So it looks like they're going to kick the ball try to get another extra point. Have to find out who their kicker is. And they're taking out they were taking out another tee. Oops, bad. Okay, yeah, bad punt there. And they called it dead before he had a chance to kick it. So, not really sure now whether the Indian Hawks will be still on offense or if Winfield will be on offense. But they're taking it back to the 40. And, okay, here we go with, I don't know, there's so much going on back here at midfield. It's hard to tell. There's all kinds of people standing there at midfield. Don't normally have that going on in a real game. Quarterback back in a pistol formation. Pass over, and the receiver just couldn't quite catch up to the pass, so it was incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 40. The Winfield defender was on him pretty good, but it was just the receiver and the pass just weren't in the same place at the same time. It's one of those timing routes, and their timing was just off a little bit. All right. Indian Hawks quarterback's back under center again. He's back to pass, and he is blitzed, but he makes it back to the line of scrimmage. They brought about half the Winfield team to try to get him, and he got it back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, maybe about 1.5 feet short. So it's going to be 3rd down now. About slightly more than 10 to go. I would think they would try a pass here, but who knows? Since it's only a scrimmage, they might try some kind of a trick play or something just to see how well it works. And there's a pass back to the running back, and he breaks through one tackler, but oh, geez. We got a fight going on down underneath here, and so I'm just going to pull the camera away from it. Let's go to a commercial real quick.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right, well, they got that taken care of. Don't know what happened. I honestly did not see the start of that. But they got it taken care of. There's no place on a football field for that. And while the timeout on the field, let's go ahead and get another commercial in there.
Ooh, hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird luck showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home, using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Maybe they'll get the players out there. They'll kiss and make up and go into scrimmaging. I mean, after all, this is a scrimmage. This is not going for the state championship. This is not the Super Bowl. This isn't even a real game. This is like sandlot football in comparison. So, okay, they're out there shaking hands with each other. Of course, shaking hands, I guess, is how boxing matches start, too. So, yeah, it looks like they're getting ready to play again. Good, good, good. Yep, don't have time for this. All right, we still have the IndianHawks on offense here. We have yet to see the Winfield Warriors on offense. Want to see how, like to see how they do. I know the few of the. I really don't think I know any of the players, but I probably know some of the parents on the Winfield team. And I'd like to see the IndianHawks, like to see their defense some more. All right, back a pistol formation. He's back to pass. And deep pass, and it was over the receiver's head. Sorry I didn't get the camera moved over for that, but you didn't miss anything. Back this up a little bit, and I don't miss as much. All right, so looks like now they're switching, and it's going to be the Winfield Warriors on offense, and the Clopton-Ellsbury IndianHawks will be on defense. Okay, I was just told they're doing 12 plays from the 40-yard line and 8 plays from the 20-yard line. Okay, well, that almost makes sense. So now we see Winfield. Well, I guess we're seeing both teams, but we're seeing Winfield's offense now. And get the see how the IndianHawks defense does. They have 4 on the line. And their line held their quarterback to about a 3-yard gain. I guess it's about a 3-yard gain. Like I said, their defense, don't want to talk too soon, but what I was seeing against the Fulton Hornets was their defense was doing pretty well. So we got a Not that the downs and everything mean anything, but we got a 2nd down and 7. And, well, just as I said they were doing well, then they weren't doing quite as well on that one. That runner was getting through there pretty good. They had a hold of him, but he was dragging them with him. So we're going to have about a 3rd and 1.5, something like that will be Winfield's play now. And looks like Winfield's back in a pistol formation. One wide out to the near side, 2 to the far side, and handoff, and he is off to the races there. He got himself a 1st down, but he was brought down by 2 IndianHawks players. All right. So they got themselves a 1st down. They'll have 1st and 10 from what, about the 16-yard line. Quarterback back in the pistol position and hands it off. He started up the middle and went to the right, and he's taking about 5 or 6 IndianHawks with him. He gets down to about, where is he? About the 7 or 8 yard line. He's down. It's got about, 2 yards to go for a 1st down. And 2 wideouts to the left, to the near side. And once again, runner, and see if they call that a touchdown or not, to see whether he was down. If it isn't a touchdown, he is awful close. He was bulldozing his way right through there. Nope, looks like he's down around the 1.5 foot line. So, goal line stance for both teams. And hand it off to him again. And touchdown, Winfield. Looks like they got a pretty good running back there. And looks like they're going to try to kick their extra point. See what happens. Kick is up, and it is good. So looks like Winfield will take it back to the 40-yard line again. And they will be 1st and 10 from the 40. And looks like everybody's talking. Everybody's talking, nobody's playing. They got to get the game ball in there. So Winfield is set up. Wide outs to both ends. Back to pass. Long pass downfield. And there's a penalty marker down. I tell you what, that's going to be pass interference, whether it's offense or defense, I don't know. Beautiful pass, beautiful catch. But it's going to be pass interference. I just don't know whether it's offense or defense. It's on the offense. I saw that, but I wasn't sure whether that was secondary to a defensive pass interference. I saw the receiver push off. So I can't tell you whether an Indian Hawk pushed off or not. I didn't see that, but I did see the Warrior push off. And doesn't matter which one I see. It's the one that the referee sees. That was a pretty play, though. So they're back to the 40-yard line again for another offensive play. 2 wideouts again for Winfield. Back to pass again. He comes up in the pocket and another pass right to him, and it is complete and a touchdown Winfield. He split right between 2 defenders, and that was pretty. So just as soon as I said that the Indian Hawks were doing well against the pass, they've had 2 passes get through on them. Yep, that was a pretty play. So now it looks like they're going to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and it is no good. All right, so here we come back, and I guess it'll be Winfield again from the 40-yard line. And kind of hard to keep this dialogue going here by myself and with a lot of stoppages in play. No stats in front of me or anything. So kind of hard to keep stats on a game like this, or on a scrimmage, I should say. It's not a game. Back to pass, complete, and receiver is thrown out at about the 35-yard line, about a 5-yard gain. So the play will be 2nd and 5 from the 35. And all right, wideouts all the way to the sidelines for Winfield. And handoff to a running back. He's finally turned it upfield, and they caught him, but not before he picked up about 15 yards. That's number 15, I believe, for Winfield, 15 in their practice jerseys, and he is one heck of a runner. So that makes it a 1st down, 1st and 10 from about the 20-yard line. And Winfield with about the same setup again, wideouts on both ends. Quarterback about 3 yards back. And he is sacked back at the 30-yard line. Indian Hawks defense read that one. I guess they're placing it about the 28-yard line, but they read that one perfect. He was right there. So there's a lot of time here between plays. Of course, I guess it doesn't matter whenever there's no clock. So once again, 2 wideouts to the right, 1 wideout to the left, 2 backs with the quarterback. And quarterback keeper, and he runs to the right, and he breaks through the offensive line and gets into the secondary, and he's pulled down about the 10-yard line, real close to a first down. Spotting him at the 11, so he's got, I guess it's going to be 3rd and 1. And okay, well, they are starting the play now. That looks like it's going to be the Indian Hawks ball starting at the 20. So Winfield goes back on defense. The Indian Hawks are on offense. So the Indian Hawks take over. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. It scrunches up. I guess running it from the 20 instead of the 40 every time kind of scrunches up the defense a little bit. So it gives them a chance to work on their shorter field defense. The quarterback is back about 4 yards. He rolls to his left, and there's a pass to the end zone, and he's got a touchdown. I didn't get the camera over there. That was a really good catch. Try to widen this out a little bit. Once again, it's so much easier to not have to watch the field and the computer and the camera. And the kick is up, and it is no good. Try to sneak a commercial in here real quick.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right, we are back for another set of downs from the Indian Hawks. They will be starting at the 20-yard line again. And they start these drives not on a hash mark, but right in the middle of the field. So 2 wideouts each end. Quarterback back to passes into the flat. Receiver takes the ball, turns, and picks up an extra couple of yards before he's brought down. About a 7-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 3. See how they run these shorter fields. Quarterback under center. 2 wideouts to the right, and back to the toss back to the running back, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage, about the 11 or 12-yard line. No, I guess that was about the line of scrimmage. Yeah, I guess that was about the line of scrimmage. So we'll have third about 2. Quarterback under center, and he just kept it and ran for a first down. All right, so we have a first and goal from the 5. And let's see what they are going to do. 2 wideouts to the left, 2 more to the right. Quarterback back in the pistol formation and into the end zone with the pass, and it is good for a touchdown. Slant pass into the end zone. So I guess they're going to set up for an extra point here. Kind of looks that way. And the kick is up and no good, they said. I can't tell from this angle. I thought it looked good, but they said no good. Now, there was defense on that kick. That's the first one tonight that I've seen them run a defense on a kick. So again, I don't know. I'm saying I don't know an awful lot tonight. I guess my wife would not be surprised to hear me say that. But that brings the ball back out to the middle of the field at the 20-yard line, and they'll set it up and go again. So they are almost like setting up for a play here. Quarterback under center, 2 wide out to the right, 1 to the left, 2 backs. Back to pass, screen play, and he breaks through, had to run over one of his own players. But he gets down to, let's see where they placed the ball. They placed the ball back at the, well, I don't know. Again, I don't know. I guess they're changing the formation again. That must have been the 8 plays or the 20 plays or the whatever the plays. I'll be glad when next Friday gets here and I get to call a real game. Maybe I won't be quite as confused. So anyway, Winfield taking over on offense from the 20-yard line. And get to see the IndianHawks, get to see their scrunched up defense, their 20-yard, the red zone defense. And quarterback back to pass, and he is brought down. Possible it would have been a fumble there. I couldn't tell whether it came out before his knee hit or not. I don't think it matters on tonight anyway. But quarterback is sacked. And doesn't look like they're putting it back there. Looks like it's going to stay at the 20. I think that's been pretty consistent tonight that they're doing that. So that's one thing I do know. I can say I know something. Whenever there's a loss on the play that takes it back behind the line of the 20-yard line, they'll keep it at the 20-yard line. Wow, I know something. Quarterback back to pass. Long pass into the end zone, and it is good. Nice pass, nice catch. Not so nice defense. He was all alone back there. So I would say Winfield's Winfield's setting up for a, they are setting up for an extra point. And I could tell that one was no good because I saw the ball come to this side of the upright. So I don't know what's going on the other side of the field. The other two teams are just standing over there watching now. Maybe they got done. So I don't know if the IndianHawks are going to play against Louisiana now or what's going to happen. Again, I don't know. That one I know didn't make up for all the I don't knows. So anyway, Winfield sets up again on offense from the 20-yard line. One wide out to the right, one to the left. Almost a tight end here on this side. And ball was tried to run up the middle, and he didn't get very far. It was about a 1-yard gain, I guess. So it would be second and about 9. And Winfield is set up to pistol formation, and it's a quarterback keeper, and he's running here to the near side, and he picks up about 5 yards before he's brought down. Yeah, make that 6 yards. I guess he had his arm stretched out in front of him. So they have a third and about 2.5. Once again, quarterback back in a pistol formation. They're not doing much under center tonight. Got 2 running backs behind him, wide outs on both sides. And that was supposed to be a draw play, and it did. It drew every defender right to the ball. Loss of about 3 or 4 on that play. All right, and that looks like that is the end of that scrimmage. Since the other two teams did not leave the field, then I'm going to say that they're going to play another set of scrimmages. That's my prediction anyway. Let's just see how predictable I am. So on that set of scrimmages, I don't think the IndianHawks defense looked quite as good. So anyway, while we wait to see what's going to happen, let's throw some more commercials in there.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Ellsbury Democrat. Log on to www.ellsburydemocrat.com today.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we can teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Ellsbury Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. At Ellsbury Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We have numerous programs to help your wallet as well as save precious time. Save money with our RX Savings Club program, and you can save time with our medication synchronization program, where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Better value, better service, better health care. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacy in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Ellsbury Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan. Hi, my name.
All right. Looks like we are getting ready to start the fourth.
Since 1990.
Sorry about that. Looks like we're getting ready to start the fourth segment of this, or the third segment. I guess it's the third segment. There's 4 teams. We're getting ready. Either way, we're getting ready to start it. Looks like it's going to be the Clopton-Ellsbury IndianHawks going to be playing against the Louisiana Bulldogs here. And the IndianHawks are in the all black, and Louisiana's in the maroon and black. And we have a run up the middle. Looks like about a 5-yard gain. And there's absolutely no numbers at all on them now. They have these little shirts on over their regular jerseys, so there's 0 numbers. But the IndianHawks, they set up now with the 2 wideouts on each end, pistol formation. And there is a penalty marker down. Looks like it's probably going to be illegal procedure. It's going to be my guess. See what the white cap says. The white cap didn't say anything, or if he did, I missed it. That's what we're going to call it, though. Executive decision on my part. It was illegal procedure. So let's repeat second down. Back in a pistol formation. Long pass down the middle, and it was caught, and he is in. The pass was slightly behind him. The defender broke it up a little bit, but he was a Clopton player, was able to reach right up there and pull it out of the air, and he stayed on his feet, and the Louisiana defender went to the ground, and he went in for a touchdown. So let's set up for that extra point attempt. And IndianHawks are down, and the kick is up. And it is indeterminate. Huh. Well, the kick was up, and yeah, it was up. We don't know what happened from there. They never said. Or if they did, they didn't tell me. So, back to the 40-yard line. Go with another set of downs here. All right. Another set of offensive plays. And that was a handoff to a running back, and he got nowhere. Louisiana read him completely. Second down. Going to be 2nd and 10. Quarterback's under center now. And he's back to pass. They pass into the flat, and the receiver hangs on to it long enough to get himself a first down. He drug one guy with him a couple of yards. And the referee says to keep the clock going. I don't see a clock anywhere. So we have 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. And it looks like there's 2 separate huddles out there. I don't know who all those people are back in the backfield. I guess coaches and other players hovering over the team. Quarterback's under center again. 1 back, 2 out on each side. Scrambles out to pass to the right side, and the ball is intercepted by Louisiana. That was not a good set of downs there. So, I guess the IndianHawks will start again from the 40-yard line. And here they're coming up to the line again. Quarterback under center, 2 backs, 2 wideouts on the near side. Screen play, and he breaks through, and he's running. And they gang tackled him from behind, but a penalty marker is down. That's where that penalty marker is like an illegal block. Let's see what they call that. I think that was the call, illegal block. I just don't know where they're going to place the ball. They have not moved the yardsticks yet. Well, they're taking it up to the 20, I think, maybe. I don't know. They're just running around with it. Oh, that was, I think, an illegal block on the defense. Yeah, because they're showing the ball up and around the 4-yard line, 4 to 5 yard line. Try to zoom this in a little bit. And he is tackled back behind the line of scrimmage. So we're going to have a 2nd and goal. Okay, quarterback's under center. 1 back. No, I'm sorry, he wasn't under center. He had me fooled there. An incomplete pass into the end zone. So that takes the ball back to about the 6-yard line, where it'll be 3rd and goal. And, the quarterback's back in the pistol. And he rolls out to his right, and the pass is incomplete into the end zone. Brings up 4th down. We have 4th and goal from about the 5.5-yard line. They're obviously not using any kind of a play clock tonight. A delay of game would have happened already. So he rolls to his left, and he takes it in for a touchdown, I believe. I think he got in there. Yes, call is a touchdown. He just got in there before he was pushed out. So a nice little roll play to the left. Now they'll go with the extra point attempt. And we may never know if it's good or not. hike. Ball is down. The kick is up. And it's good, according to two of the referees. So we're going back to the 20 or going back to the 40? Looks like we're going back to the 40. I apologize for all these dead space in here, but this is these scrimmages like this are not easy to call. Little screen pass there set up, and looks like he got about a 3-yard gain. So bring up about 2nd and 7. And yeah, they're taking a lot of time in the huddles tonight. I guess they've got the time since there's no play clock. Then they've got the time to do this, and this is the time to do it if you've got the time. Quarterback back in somewhere between a pistol and a shotgun. And he rolls out to his left and avoids a couple of tacklers and takes a pass into the end zone, and it was incomplete. And I see a penalty marker down. I think that's going to be a loss of down, or I think he was across the line of scrimmage before he passed. I got a feeling that's what the call is going to be, because it looked to me like he was past the line of scrimmage. Must be, because they brought it back to the 40 again. So they set it up again, 1st down. Well, no, hey, hang on here. Okay, they switched. I didn't notice that. Duh. We have Louisiana now with a 5-yard gain running up the middle. So we see Louisiana's offense and the IndianHawks defense. One player in motion. Running back has it, and he just walked through that completely through the line and the linebackers. He got into the secondary before they brought him down. He went through with about a 12-yard gain, 12 to 15-yard gain. So Louisiana looking pretty good on their offense here. And or IndianHawks not looking all that great. It could go both ways, I guess. Quarterback back in a shotgun, and he keeps it himself, and he's runs for maybe 6 yards? Quarterback has a lot of size to him. He can punch right through that line. He looks pretty strong. Again, I don't have any names or anything for any of these players. Had a player in motion, and the snap was fumbled. The quarterback fell on it. So we'll try it again. 3rd down. And the ball was dropped by the quarterback, and he fell on it again. That was a loss of about 2 yards there. Doesn't look like they're going to go back those 2 yards, though. Don't know why they won't. Well, we got a 4th down. Not that it means anything. Quarterback keeps it again. And he tries to run through the line, and this time he is stopped. So they'll bring it back to the 40-yard line and start a brand new set of downs. And here we go with Louisiana. Another set of downs for them. 2 wideouts each side. 2 of them on the line of scrimmage, 2 of them back, and 1 back behind the quarterback who's set up in a pistol. And he dropped the ball again, but he picked it up and ran with it, and he runs in for real close to a 1st down. He's got some running skills. So Louisiana picks up their 1st down. 1st and 10 now from about the 29-yard line. Quarterback keeps it again. He's rolling out the pass. And pass broken up at the end zone by the IndianHawks player. Thought the quarterback was gonna keep it that time. Just as he got to the line of scrimmage, he threw it on the run. Quarterback back to pass. Long pass down towards the end zone, and it is caught. He fumbled the heck out of that thing for a little while and managed to stay in the end zone while he gained control of it. He took 5 or 6 steps fumbling it around, but he managed to maintain control long enough for that touchdown. So the ball comes back to the 40-yard line for Louisiana again. Quarterback keeper. And he's not easy to bring down. He runs a long ways and gets about a 10-yard gain. See if he's got a first down. He is awful close if he doesn't have it. They set it back a little bit, so that takes away the possibility of a first down. They're about 6 or 8 inches away from a first down. So everybody on the Louisiana team is looking at their wrist. You would almost think they had cell phones on there. Quarterback drops it again, and all right, they call that play dead. As soon as the ball drops, they seem to be calling the plays dead. And I think that might have been the change of possession. So I guess they're going to go up to the 20 now. And everybody's going to get some plays from the 20. Try to get this camera set up to where you can basically see the whole field here. So we're going to have the IndianHawks back on offense again from the 20 this time. Looks like the other end of the field, Fulton and Winfield, they're already playing from the 20. They're ahead of us just a little bit. So, IndianHawks have the quarterback under center. Takes the snap. Back to a running back. He takes off through the line, picks up about 4 yards. Looks like they're staying in the middle of the field for a lot of these plays. And once again, under center for the quarterback. 2 backs behind him, passes off to 1, and he runs into his own player, but he's breaking through everybody, and he's down to about the 2-yard line before he's brought down from behind. He went right through that line. I wish I had some names for you to let you know who these people are. And from the 2-yard line, quarterback under center, I formation. and to the running back and into the end zone. He was 2 yards out, but he really got into the end zone before they even touched him. Seeing a couple of younger people down here on the track right in front of us here. And this one young man can really throw the ball. I'd say a possible future quarterback there. Anyway, IndianHawks up for the extra point. Kick is up. And it's good. Glad they finally decided that other people need to see whether it's good or not. So the IndianHawks will get a few more plays from the 20. And then Louisiana will take over with some plays from the 20. Unless they already had theirs. I don't know. I lost track. Looks like the other two teams, Fulton and Winfield, are completely done. How did this side get so far behind? I guess taking 3-minute huddles doesn't help. All right, IndianHawks offensive down from the 20. Quarterback under center, I formation, 2 wideouts near side, 1 on the far side. And he takes off running, and he's pushed out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. That was a running back for the IndianHawks. About a 15-yard gain. Yeah, well, they're spotting him about the 6-yard line, so I guess it's about a 14-yard gain. And they're coming up for another play. It's a good thing there's no play clock. Quarterback back at the shotgun, and that pass was right through the hands of the receiver. He jumped up but just couldn't quite pull it in. So it looks like we're switching sides again, or switching offense and defense. So I guess it'll be Louisiana's ball on the offense now from the 20-yard line. So I guess they'll take, 8 plays? I think that's what it is. They'll take 8 plays from the 20-yard line. As the other teams are going off the field, our two teams down here just sort of standing here looking at each other. Louisiana has a different quarterback in. Pass over to the left side of the field and did not connect with the receiver. So it will be a 2nd and 10. Again, quarterback in a pistol formation. Hands it off to the running back, and he is tackled after about a 4-yard gain. And Louisiana is set. There's the snap. Fake the handoff and over the middle and into the end zone for a touchdown, Louisiana. So let's bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Set them up again. Back there discussing all kinds of stuff. And quarterback back in the pistol position. And he faked the handoff, and he's running it himself, and he's taking it. He took it to the 3-yard line. 17-yard run for the quarterback. So now they set up from the 3-yard line. And the ball runner was tackled in the backfield. So 1st and goal now from about the 7-yard line. As they out there trying to decide on a play. It's like, okay, we need to go 7 yards. One back behind the quarterback, and he throws into the end zone, and it is incomplete. He was stretched out for it. 2 defenders on him. The ball was in there if he'd have just stretched just a little bit harder. So that looks like, folks, that's going to be the end of this scrimmage tonight. So what I'm going to do is say good night, everybody, from Winfield. And this was one heck of a thing to call here. It's the first time I've ever done anything like this one. So be sure and join us next Friday night for a 7 o'clock game at Duchesne High School. And I'll be on the air somewhere about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, something like that before the game. So look for me then. And until then, good night, everybody. This is the Indian Sports Network. Kenny Masterson signing off. Good night, everybody.